Les interviews du doc, c'est maintenant sur Vinylestimes.
Les amis, voilà, c'est avec un grand plaisir qu'on va une nouvelle fois parler avec Kristian Fyhr, le chanteur de Seven Crystal. Alors, on va pas parler de Seven Crystal, on va juste parler un petit peu de Seven Crystal, mais aujourd'hui, l'idée, c'est de parler de son autre groupe, Ginevra, qui vient de sortir un super album il y a pas très longtemps, hein, puisque cet album est dispo depuis fin mars, si je me trompe pas, et j'en suis sûr que je ne me trompe pas, il est disponible depuis le 28 mars via Frontiers Records. Il s'appelle Beyond Tomorrow. On a plaisir, joie, une nouvelle fois d'avoir Kristian avec nous. Kristian, thank you so much to accepting my invitation.
Thank you.
We live together now.
Yeah, almost. At least we've seen each other that much.
Ah voilà, alors c'est une petite boutade parce que alors, on s'est croisés, vous savez, à Milan, puisque Seven Crystal jouait à Milan. On s'est croisés à Berlin parce que le groupe était avec Arems Karem et avec Cassidy Paris en tournée. Et puis, on a pu échanger plein de fois avec Kristian. Kristian, by the way, this is the first time that we speak all together about this new project in parallel of Seven Crystal, Ginevra, with a new record coming since maybe a couple of days, right now, a couple of weeks. Beyond Tomorrow, with a lot of friend on it. I'm pretty sure you are so happy because it's really different than we have some music coming from Seven Crystal. So what is your feeling? Because today it looks like a double life. You have to share your music with Seven Crystal and you're touring a lot. And in the meantime, we have a new records coming at the same time. So what is your feeling? It looks like strange that you have two new baby at the same time, maybe.
As you said, it's you need to be a kind of double agent here. Because I'm doing Seventh Crystal, I show my more poppy and dramatic side of singing, and with Ginevra, it's more hard rock and more straightforward. So you can push the vocals a bit further in Ginevra. So the aim for that was when Serafino started, he said, this cannot sound like Seventh Crystal, which it didn't. And of course, with Magnus on guitars that wrote a lot of the songs with me, he will automatically get a heavier approach than what we had and have with the Seventh Crystal. So but it's like you said, we the first album with Ginevra, I recorded that at the same time as we recorded Infinity and Wonderland with Seventh Crystal. So during that period, I recorded all the songs, 28 songs in 2 months. So that was hard to kind of getting the different modes. Okay, now I can be a bit more angry. Okay, now I have to take it softer. And here, now maybe to be angry again when I'm singing.
Bon voilà, vous l'avez compris. Alors petite boutade parce qu'effectivement Kristian, donc, qui joue bien sûr, son groupe principal, c'est Seven Crystal, qu'on a vu l'année dernière à Malmö, qu'on reverra à Malmö. On va en parler dans un instant avec Kristian. En même temps, donc il a sorti ce nouvel album avec Crystal. Il a sorti Beyond Tomorrow avec on va parler des gens avec qui il travaille. Et comme il le dit, il avait ce double travail parce que l'idée, c'est pas de faire un Seven Crystal bis, c'est vraiment d'avoir un Seven Crystal avec la musique de Seven Crystal et puis quelque chose de plus hard rock, de plus heavy. Si vous avez écouté cet album Beyond Tomorrow, qui est aujourd'hui très différent de ce que fait Kristian, mais comme il l'écrit, l'année dernière, il avait écrit 28 titres pour le premier, enfin il y a 3 ans, parce que le premier album était sorti il y a 3 ans, de Frontiers. C'était l'idée aussi de Serafino de bien faire la distinction. And by the way, Kristian, the story behind Ginevra, it's a little bit crazy because you create something with Seven Crystal, you share some music to Serafino, and you wait some feedback to Serafino to say maybe it would be great that maybe we can start something about a new project. And the answer from Serafino was totally incredible because he's coming back to you and he said, do you want to create some group with some very good player? Because we have to talk about Magnus Karlsson, of course, for the Ferrymen, Primal Fear with a guitar player, Jimmy J who is playing with a band called maybe H.E.A.T, and Magnus Ulfstedt who is playing with Eclipse, Nordic Union. This is a real Swedish company, chemistry, and so on. And the idea, when we share the first song to Serafino, I know you have 2 records, it would be a little bit crazy now, because I'm pretty sure you cannot thinking that in 2025 we speak about the second Ginevra album.
No, we when the first song that we did, actually, that was meant for Revolution Saints. that he that we submitted. I think me and Alessandro, and I think it was Pete Alpenborg,
Yeah.
who did that song, and that was the start for Ginevra.
Mm.
So, but yeah, kind of strange when I already had the one record deal, and then another one. Two bands, new thing for me.
Ouais. Bah voilà, comme on le dit. Alors, l'histoire est assez marrante hein, parce que au début, bah, il y a bien sûr les albums de Seven Crystal et puis Kristian a écrit un titre qu'il a envoyé à Serafino pour avoir un peu ce qu'il en pensait, ce qu'il voulait en faire. Et puis Serafino est venu, bah, ouais, tu ne voudrais pas qu'on crée un nouveau groupe. Et donc le groupe se compose aujourd'hui donc de Kristian qui est avec nous à la voix, qui a écrit beaucoup de titres avec Magnus. Magnus Karlsson, vous l'avez compris, de Ferrymen, de Primal Fear, qui est de nouveau sur la route avec Primal Fear depuis très peu. Jimmy J, le bassiste de H.E.A.T, et puis bien sûr Magnus Ulfstedt, qui a joué longtemps avec Eclipse, Nordic Union, qui joue dans beaucoup de groupes suédois. Et comme le dit Kristian, bah, c'est une surprise parce que effectivement, on est en 2025, il y a 2 albums. Il a été surpris, même lui, de jouer dans 2 groupes. En tout cas, c'est une très très belle surprise. Et puis il y a des très bons titres, on va en parler, hein, parce que c'est quand même un groupe assez, voilà, très, entre guillemets, je dis toujours, très suédois dans l'approche, mais il y a des chansons incroyables. On va en parler un petit peu. Uh, you create 11 songs, Christians, with Magnus and the rest of the band, but most of the work is from you and Magnus. 11 songs with different feeling. When we start with Moonlight and we finish by Enemy of Your Destiny, it's look like a very dark approach, but in fact, no, this is a real hard rock CD, heavy metal. Your voice and the music behind your voice is totally crazy. I'm pretty sure you want to share more and more, and I cross finger, but I know this is really difficult. It would be great to see the band live right now because you have two CD with different approach, with a lot of good songs, and I would like to listen Echo of the Lovely or of the Lonely or Beat the Devil on stage. It would be so great.
Yeah, we talked about that, and we actually said that if there's an opportunity for us to get up on stage, we will take it. But the hard thing is that we're living in Gothenburg. We have Magnus in Malmö, and we have 2 guys in Stockholm. And now, since Magnus Karlsson's kids are that old, he started touring with Primal Fear. So
Yeah.
the little time he had, now he has less time. And Jim is away with H.E.A.T, and they're just in those 2 years, they've been out playing so much more than what they've done before. So yeah, they're we're having carpenters, so they're repainting the house. They're just outside the studio window. That's why. But to answer your question, if an opportunity is there, we will definitely take it. But we all talked about it and said that's going to be hard for us to do, actually.
Ouais, voilà, vous l'avez compris, hein, bah, tout le monde tourne dans le groupe. Hein. Kristian, il tourne avec Seven Crystal. Jimmy, il tourne avec H.E.A.T. Magnus, il est de retour. Magnus Karlsson tourne avec Primal Fear. Magnus Ulfstedt, il est pas trop dispo aussi. Et ils sont tous un petit peu voilà, à droite à gauche en Suède. Hein, vous avez compris, Malmö, Stockholm, Gothenburg. Voilà, il y a vraiment plein d'endroits différents. Si c'est possible, ils le feront. Kristian, what is the most difficult to record the second one? Because if we're coming back at the beginning, it's looked like a project, the first one. You have a lot of good answer about the people who listen to the music, and I see a lot of review and so on. But what is the most difficult right now when we have to create a second one for something which look like a project, a big project with some friends?
Yeah.
And it is more difficult than the first one because sometimes the first one look like just okay, we have some songs and we can share with some friends the music, but now you're turning like a band. We have a second one, a lot of people waiting you on stage. Maybe you have to record a third one. It looks like a parallel life. So not so easy right now, huh?
No, it isn't. The thing is, we also had one more songwriter that we haven't talked about. He's from Australia. He's Brett Jones.
Okay.
One of I think he did like 5 songs also with this Beyond Tomorrow, and he did like 5 or 6 on the last album as well. We worked together. He is crazy on guitars, just as Magnus, and he is like a riff machine. Both him and Magnus. So was fun to see them both try to do what we achieved here. But of course, doing the second album is always harder because you have the feedback coming from everyone from the first album, and then you kind of adapt to what people are thinking when you're doing the next album. But this is it's mainly, and its main focus are a studio project. So the time spent, of course, you need to do this perfectly, because I won't put my name on anything and release an album if it ain't good. But it's still it's a studio project. So it's like Serafino, and talk to them. It's this is the part of the music that is pure fun. Nothing else with Ginevra. With Seventh Crystal, it's more. How do we do that? Okay, this is not good. There's more.
It's more your project behind, or maybe it's more what you can do. It's more with Seven Crystal than. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bah, voilà, comme le dit Kristian, c'est important aujourd'hui de garder à l'esprit que effectivement Ginevra, qui est un projet studio, est arrivé. Il y a un nouveau guitariste qui vient d'Australie, qui travaille aussi, qui est un riff master incroyable, comme le dit Kristian. Donc l'idée, c'est quand même d'avoir un projet d'amis avec Ginevra, mais le plus important, c'est Seven Crystal. I think this most important is Seven Crystal, and maybe yeah, you are on a good way with Seven Crystal, by the way, because so many good songs, so many records, and we have some vinyl now. Wow!
We on the way home in the bus, we started talking about the fourth album now. So we're actually in the stage of starting writing the fourth album with seventh now.
Just few words about Seven Crystal, Kristian, because you have a new drummer, and this new drummer play a lot of heavy songs. I see it at Malmö, by the way, at Milano, and yeah, you give the same chemistry with everybody right now. So it's good to know that you have a new drummer, and we keep the same energy all together. No,
he's super good. He played with Art Nation before.
Yeah.
So he's super nice. So he's living up in Stockholm. So when it's time for rehearsal, he needs to travel to Gothenburg, and we rehearse a couple to go. So everyone needs to do their homework.
And one word, Kristian, because during this tour with Arems Karem and Cassidy Paris, you have a chance to share one song with Arems Karem. What is your feeling when you're coming back on stage to sing one song with one of the most important Canadian band? I'm pretty sure I see your faces when you go at Berlin, and I see a big smile on your faces when you go on stage. You sing with Ari, you take a look with Pete and Darren and so on. So, what is your feeling? Because I'm pretty sure, like small guys, you say, "Wow, it's crazy! I'm singing one song of Arems Karem."
That was nice, because we just joked about it in the bus. Here was like, okay, my voice is fucked up now. He was he had such cold, and he was like, okay, you can walk up there any song. And I was like, okay, I know this one. Okay, good. Now you're singing the choruses. I can take the verses. You're singing the choruses. Now that's done. And then he just walked away, and I'm like, okay, I'm singing the choruses. Great. Let me listen to the song a couple of times. So, but it went good, and we had fun. And I also did it in Den Haag in when we played in what's it called, the Musicon, the last show. So that was nice.
Ah, voilà, vous l'avez compris. Alors moi, j'étais très content de voir Kristian monter sur scène. Alors, vous l'avez compris, Ariès avait des problèmes de voix avec Arems Karem, donc ils ont essayé de faire au mieux, et c'était vraiment très, 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 très bien fait. Et puis, les gens ont été surpris, notamment à Berlin, de voir Kristian monter, parce qu'ils se sont dit, mais qui est ce chanteur avec Ariès? Alors, il y a beaucoup de gens qui sont venus me demander. Alors, bien sûr, c'était Kristian. J'ai vu Kristian avec son grand sourire, et comme il le dit, j'ai appris le chorus, et puis en fin de compte, j'ai appris. Et puis en fin de compte, j'ai joué presque tout le titre. Voilà, il a joué un titre, c'était super. Et puis voir Kristian super content, c'était un beau moment. Kristian, one thing about the next step. So, what is the next step for Kristian, Seven Crystal / Ginevra? So what is the next schedule and so on in 2025? I know that I'm coming back to Malmö to see you again. And what is the next step? Because I'm pretty sure you want to play a lot with Seven Crystal.
Yeah, we the plan now is first, as you said, the Malmö Melodic in the 25th of July, and then it's back to the writing table. It's back to those things there. It's time to write music. So we're starting with the new writing the new album, and I don't know when we will start doing the next, or when we'll do that. So, but the next thing is the 4th album with the 7th Crystal and Malmö Melodic, and yeah.
Bah voilà, vous l'avez compris. Alors, moi, j'aurai la chance de revoir Kristian et tout le groupe Seven Crystal au Malmö Mélodique le 25 juillet. On se profitera de se revoir une nouvelle fois. On refera des photos. Et puis, il est temps, comme le dit Kristian, de commencer à réécrire des titres, à travailler sur des nouvelles chansons, et puis de profiter de plein de bonnes choses. Kristian, as a musician, I think you are totally under pressure at Milano, because so many bands playing 3 days. In front of the patron, I would like to say Serafino. So, what is your feeling after this beautiful festival and tour with RM Scarem? Because yeah, it's not so easy to have time to share the music with a lot of people. In fact, in Milano, coming from everywhere, and I think it's a great challenge as a band. And in the meantime, you have the boss looking you. So what is your feeling?
He was really happy. He sent me a selfie when he was standing. Serafino was afterwards, when we were done with the concert. He was standing in the middle of the crowd, standing with his hands like this, and get fuck yeah, and he sent me a heart. So I think we did good.
Ah voilà, vous l'avez compris, tout le monde a fait sa petite photo avec Serafino, et il a fait sa photo avec le groupe en disant ouais, c'est bon, je suis là, on est bien là, c'était super, on en a profité. Kristian, before we ending, coming back just to Ginevra with these 2 records, great to know that maybe we have a third one with coming a little bit later. I think one of the most important songs on this album, Beyond Tomorrow, it will be Beat the Devil, about the 7 deadly sins. So it's crazy to speak about the 7 deadly sins. Do you think this is clearly a song to be discovered by some peoples?
I think that the overall theme, when we wrote this song and when we thought about the lyrics, I actually worked with an American guy called Joe Pesh on this album. He lived in Gothenburg, but we sat down and we talked, and I said, okay, I want to use the word higher cost as not a concept and not a theme, but I want to use those words as a reference and a frame when we're writing these types of lyrics. So we used higher costs to do it. And I mean, higher cost, it does not have to do with the political, and it does not necessarily have to do anything with religion or belief or anything, just the higher cost and the meaning of life. So we used that and adapted it. So the 7 deadly sins, we believe that that was a good reference to a higher cost, that if you want to achieve something really good in life, you should consider not doing the 7 deadly sins.
Ok, bah voilà, vous l'avez compris. Alors, un des super titres, Beat the Devil, The 7 Deadly, c'est bien sûr, vous l'avez compris, c'est les 7 péchés capitaux. Donc, ça a été écrit par le groupe, par Kristian, avec quelqu'un qui connaît, qui s'appelle Joe Page, qui habite à Gothenburg. Voilà, l'idée, c'est de faire attention dans la vie de tous les jours, et puis de bien sûr suivre et de faire attention aux 7 péchés capitaux. Kristian, thank you so much for your time again. So now I have to learn more Swedish words. You have to learn more French words, I'm pretty sure. So we can see you again, and we keep in touch. And of course, we talk together in Malmö in a couple of weeks now, end of July. So it's a great pleasure to see the band again on stage. So, Kristian, the words at the end. Do you have some words for the French listener with Discover Ginevra?
I hope that it falls well, that they enjoy the Swedish music that is coming from us, and that they enjoy it, and hopefully have some good parties listening to our hard rock in France.
Ben voilà, vous l'avez compris, donc il vous remercie les amis. Allez écouter, découvrir donc ce nouvel album qui est disponible depuis le 25 mars, Ginevra, Beyond Tomorrow. On avait Kristian Fyhr au chant, le groupe se compose, vous l'avez compris, de Magnus Karlsson, je le rappelle, de Primal Fear, Jimmy J de H.E.A.T, Magnus Ulfstedt, tous ces messieurs suédois ont fait un super album. Nous, on va écouter tout de suite Beat the Devil, juste after. Kristian, thank you so much, mon ami, my friend. Tac. And cross finger for the next row of a Seven Crystal tour. Hope we can see you again in Paris, in France, in north of France, maybe. I don't know. We have to talk. And by the way, and by chance, see you at Malmö.